Jim, good performance the other night. I thought very disciplined performance, and the players kept their focus all the way through.
Yeah, I think the second word's probably the right one. Disciplined, stubborn, dogged. All the things that you have to show in the position we're in a minute. Little moments of quality, and when we did show them quality, I thought we actually looked like we could create. But I think, full respect, which we said after the game on Tuesday to Altrincham, they were a good side on a hell of a run themselves, and really good point gained.
They had an awful lot of possession, Altrincham, didn't they? But for all that, they defended very well because Christian Dibble didn't have too much to do, really.
No, and that's credit to the changes we made in game. I think because there was a spell in the game where it could have went away from us. A couple of little tactical tweaks. I said on Tuesday, the boys took it on board, and I think it helped give us a foothold in the game second half without the ball. So we could press at the right times and really limit them. Like you say, Dibbs hasn't had too much to do, which is a plus in itself.
You must have been pleased by that discipline and that focus, because it has been a criticism you mentioned in previous interviews. You know, they switch off for the odd second or two, and it costs you. But that didn't happen the other night. Yeah,
look, the organisation's there because we know what we're doing as a group, and obviously we work on things and we pride ourselves on that. But like I say, the small times in games where you do switch off, you get punished at this level because the players are better and the teams are better. Simple as that. But I thought the other night, we concentrated a lot better than we did on the Saturday game. Where really, I think on the two performances, how we played, if we picked a point up the other night, you're thinking we've got to at least pick up a point up in the game before that against Halifax. But like I say, it's gone. We have to learn from it quickly and take it into the next game. And really pleasing point. And I said on Tuesday, probably the best point of the season. I think for the manner we got it in against a good side.
If you needed discipline and focus on Tuesday night, you're going to need that in Spadefuls this weekend, I think.
Yeah, straight away you go in. League leaders, straight away on the bus on the way back. We're watching Chesterfield, doing our homework as we always do. Excellent team. Part of the team looks like a League One side. So look, top of the league, scoring goals, top scorers in the division, full of confidence. What a great challenge for us.
Yeah, it's no great surprise to anyone they're up there, really, is it? I mean, they were tipped at the start of the season to be amongst the leaders. Yeah,
of course. The calibre of player they got in there, the likes of Will Grigg, Michael Jacobs, Tom Naylor, the list goes on and on. Quality throughout the side. And they'll expect to get promoted, no bones about it. That's their target, I'm sure, to win the league, not just to get promoted, but to win the league and get up, because they believe they're an EFL team. And they're going about it in the right way, so credit to them. But it's a fantastic challenge for us, and to see where we are. I think we've already said about the jump in the level and the quality going up a division has been massive, and this is the biggest test of that so far.
I think at the current count, as we're speaking, they're due to bring around about 1,200 supporters with them. Could be a few more, of course, by Saturday. Should be some atmosphere in there. Yeah,
big club who like fully believe they shouldn't be at this level. But they are, and they're embracing it, and they're winning games. And the crowd, they've always been a well-supported club. They get behind their team. Travelled well all season, and took a massive fan base. Should create a fantastic atmosphere at Aggborough on Saturday.
Because Harriers supporters held up very well this season, so you would be hoping that they come out in numbers as well.
Yeah, said that firstly about our support on Tuesday night. 250 fans on a horrible weather, a tough place to go. With a team where we are at the minute in the league, to take that on a Tuesday night was fantastic. I said on Tuesday night to you, Trevor, I said that support means a world to us, and it's the same at home. I think really excited by the atmosphere and what it could be on Saturday. They'll bring their support. I'm sure our fans will back us, and it's important that we put on a performance that at least has the endeavour and the discipline and the heart that we showed on Tuesday night. If we can add to that, I think it's all set up for a great day out.
We touched on it briefly after the Altrincham game, but you have freshened things up. You brought in Ryan McLean.
Yeah, I think he come in late to the group. He hadn't even trained on Tuesday, but wanted to put him on the bench. He was there as an option. I think that alone gives the boost the group a boost. Helps morale seeing that added bit of quality come into the squad, along with Matty Preston. And obviously he was back on the bench as well. It helps. And now going into Saturday, obviously he'll train today with the group properly, and again tomorrow, and we'll see where we are going into the weekend. But he's been brought in, what he adds, excitement, ball carrier, can get us up the pitch, can create, can score goals, and can be an added string to our bow.
I saw him at Hereford quite a bit when he was there. He'd come from Newcastle Town, which in itself obviously was a bit of a step up, but I thought he did well. He's got pace to burn, really.
Yeah, look, it's one thing. No defender wants to come up against that kind of pace, very direct. gets at people, isn't afraid to show his qualities and put his opponent on the back foot. I think that's exactly what we're delighted to have come into the group. It's important that he shows that now as well. We want to give him that environment where he can come in and showcase what he's about.
And he should have benefited, obviously, having been at Wimbledon for training full time there, because at Hereford, obviously, they train part time. So that will have helped his game. You would have thought.
Definitely. I think that there's a player in there. That's why they signed him. But obviously, he needs to come out and get more minutes. I completely understand that. The boy understands that, and he's coming in with the right frame of mind. So we're delighted to have him, and hopefully he can show what he's about for the next couple of months.
You mentioned Matt Preston was back on the bench on the weekend, so that's obviously a major step in the right direction for him. Definitely,
Matt has been majorly frustrated. I think you get a fit Matt Preston out on the pitch week in, week out, and you've got a top defender at this level, top defender, and we've missed him, and he's missed it as well. The time he's had at the club in both spells, he's really highly thought of. He knows that, and I think he's been desperate, absolutely desperate, to get back out on the pitch in front of these fans, because I know how much they mean to him as well. Big character, big leader, but most importantly a quality defender, and hopefully we can get him back now for a good run of games.
In terms of your other injuries, we just had a chat with Shane Byrne as he was walking past. He seems in good spirits. How are you doing? Anybody else close to coming back?
I think, like I said before, I think Matt is the closest, and getting him back is the most important one. All the others, not really within touching distance, I'll be honest. Still a while away, but it's good to see him making progress. I think Shane's a good example. He's coming bouncing today, because obviously he's had a good week last week. His progress now is frustrating for all of us, but we have to see the positives in it, and all these players are getting closer.
What's the issue with Joe Leasley?
Joe Leasley, unfortunately, got a stress fracture in his back, so he'll be out for a number of weeks. Again, another big player for us, another big character, but gutted for the boy. I know he is as well, because he's heart on sleeve. He throws himself into everything, Joe, but we have to put that to bed, unfortunately, and it creates another opportunity for another player to come in and state their claim.
And Jack Lambert, what's the issue there?
Same, quad injury, coming on nicely, but it was a serious injury, so it's a slow burner. He's still a couple of weeks, probably a few weeks away, I'll be honest.
I mentioned you've had a lot of injuries this season. We've touched on this before. Do you look at those injuries individually, or do you look at it collectively and think maybe we need to change what we do in training a bit? Because you do seem to have more than your fair share as well.
Yeah, you look at both. Of course you do. All the time. It's always been assessed. We've had a lot of collision injuries, which is very unlucky. Impact injuries, bangs. It's one of them. That's stuff. You look at Shane Burns, for instance, putting his body on the line to stop a goal going in, and then gets clattered by his own goalkeeper. You can't legislate for that. It happens. It's bad luck. But obviously, it's always been monitored. Everything else. People talking about the other side of things, the amount of stoppage time and things going into this year. Does that change things? Does that change injuries? Sometimes it's just bad luck, I'm going to be honest. And you just have to get on with it and make sure that the rehab's done right.
Very last point. I know it's a case of one game at a time, as people always say, but in terms of the Fleetwood tie coming up after the Chesterfield game, this is a good game to have, isn't it, really? You mentioned Chesterfield sort of got League One standard players. Well, it's a League One standard side you're going to be coming up against.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that, to be honest. It's we're not looking ahead at Fleetwood, but like you say, we've come on the back of playing Altrincham, who are one of the best sides in the division. Now we go in against a team who are top, and then we're going into a team who are at League One. This is what you want to be involved in. Us as coaching staff, the players, the club. This is what you want. No disrespect to the level we was at last year and that we was at for the 7 years previous, but this is what you want. You want big games, you want big ties, you want big crowds and good atmospheres, and against good sides and challenging yourself. And you've got to relish it. I've said it on Tuesday, I've been saying it all season, we need to relish these challenges.